Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, everyone. This is me, Jonathan Alexander, and I'm here to host our show, Life, Laughter, Happiness. Now, we're supposed to do a chakra day, but if the person, her name is Kelly Hatfield, and she was at an animal show. But until she gets here, what we're going to do is I'm going to talk to my co-host, Kelly. Are you there, Kelly?
Yeah, hi, everyone.
And are you there, Barbara?
Yes, I'm here. Hi.
Good, good. Now, I'm really glad that you're up and about, Barbara, that you're not sick and that you're not moving. It sounds like you were going through a really stressful time in your life there. Am I accurate in saying that?
You are accurate. I think most of us can identify with moving. It was really a lot of stuff, a lot to do. I pulled that 20-foot U-Haul with my car behind on a trailer, myself with a kid and a freaked out cat. So it was a lot. Oh my gosh, I ran myself down, then I got a cold, and all I wanted for the last few days was my voice back, and I finally got it today. I feel like it's back.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So thank you, everybody, for bearing with me. And you know what? I didn't like missing those few shows at all. I missed you guys. So I'm glad to be back. And also being here in California. And now we have like 3 shows lined up with some really interesting people to get their chakras healed. We've got the 2 Lamas sisters having their show each. We have my daughter coming on.
Well, we haven't scheduled the second Lama sister yet, but I'm okay with that. If Kelly's okay with that, you're going to be doing?
Sorry,
we'll
Kelly.
make sure.
Hi.
I think what we need to make sure of those is that when we do it, that it is that is not. I think that you don't like doing them within a day of each other. You tend not to like doing that. Am I right?
Well, it's getting a little bit better.
Okay.
Oh, were you asking me?
Yes, I'm asking you.
But were we going to do it like right? I didn't know we were going to do them right after each other. I thought like spreading them out like a week or so.
That would be good. Yeah. I prefer it's not like in the same day, but if I need to, I will. It's just I want to make sure that they're getting me. And they're getting my full, energy rather than.
No, it's not.
We could probably put a gap of a day after each other. I mean, that wouldn't be such a big deal. I mean, I think they should do it within a day because what's going to happen is that, it's all the more reason to do more. I mean, you Barbara said that you like this to be active, so I think it should be within a day of each other. I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
Well,
at least not every day.
No, but I would say, okay, we do Alexandra's Chakra Day. Then we have Priscilla do her psychic reading, give Kelly a break, and then do another chakra healing. And then that's it for the chakras for a while until we get another person. So that's not too much. I mean, I
already scheduled in Priscilla, and I already scheduled. I think it's Alexandra, and we just haven't. I haven't scheduled Victoria yet. So it's we'll figure out how to do that. But I think that one of the things I like about this is I just love the universality of the Chakra Day.
Yeah. Yeah, we could have such
and actually it's kind of funny because when Kelly first got started, and I'm really curious to see what's going to happen now that Barbara, you're in California, which is Hollywood town. Kelly told me that she told everybody about it. Am I right, Kelly?
Yeah. It was like, I would go to the doctor or I'd go to work, and I'm like, there's this show that I'm on, and I would like tell people, and they're like, oh wow,
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody got to hear the earful about it, whether they wanted to or not.
I did that
Have
same
you done
thing, Kelly,
anything?
today. Today
Okay,
I
go
did
on.
that with my dentist. I went to LA I drove up an hour to Los Angeles and from Huntington Beach, and I saw my dentist, who is actually, he might be good to have on because he's the dentist to the stars. And he's going to he's going to fix my chipped tooth that happened in the accident for me, which is so nice. I'm going to do a little testimonial for him. So I should ask him. He's a great guy. He's a well-known dentist in Hollywood for a lot of celebrities, a lot of stars. Would you guys be interested in having him on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask him about stem cell research. I've heard that with stem cell research, you can regrow someone's enamel. That's what I've heard.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh.
Cool.
Well, I mean, that's what I've heard. I mean, that they've now figured out a way with stem cells to regrow enamel. But
Well, it's amazing the things that they're coming up with, that they're investigating and researching. You know, just like when we had Tom on, and, you know, I talk to him frequently, and they're in the middle of really, you know, investigating and furthering artificial intelligence. So, you know, they're doing that at Notre Dame right now. So there's a lot of exciting things happening.
Yeah, and our listeners are always are interested in that kind of thing, knowledge, different kinds of things that people don't know about. So we're going to. That's a really great idea, Johnny, to ask him questions like that. I have not even heard that, and a lot of people would like to know.
Yeah.
when are you going to see him?
Oh, it's going to be either one of the next Fridays and the next 3 Fridays. We have to schedule it. So then he'll fix my chip. And he also does cosmetic. He does filler. He does Botox. So he's doing all of that, little touch-ups like that. So he's well-rounded. Yeah, right in Beverly Hills. Gorgeous office. And
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you guys, you know how there used to be a show called, and I always wanted to be on it, was Extreme Makeover, where what they did was they would get people they would get a makeovers. I wanted to be on it because I never liked how I looked. I always looked like I was living in a trash can, and with my hair all messed up. So I decided that, you know, I wrote in.
No, you look fine. You look fine, Johnny.
But anyway, so well, I mean, you know, I think it's all the more reason why I like the idea of our photo shoot, because it's going to give me a chance to look good. But anyway, the point is that they would always, you know, I guess what I'm trying to say is that there's no such thing as minor surgery. My father will tell you that. And if you're going to go somewhere to get something done, have it done by the best. And usually the best is right around in your area, Barbara. I mean, it's always, it's some place where, I mean, you don't, I mean, if it comes to your health, don't pussyfoot around to get something mediocre. I mean, you know, you're putting people under the knife here. And you know, it's an actually induced coma, you know, is what it is.
And, you know, I never thought I would think about doing anything like that, but I've thought about what if diet and exercise aren't enough and I want to get rid of some body fat. Like, they have these new cold lipo treatments, and I know it's not like a permanent thing. You have to keep coming back every so often, but it helps get rid of, like, extra fat in places without having to cut you open.
Well, see, like, I've also heard of that, but see, I've also heard that there's like, I'll go ahead and I mean, like, I won't reveal my weight, but I'm sort of overweight. And I know that, like, with the gastric bypass, you have to be a certain number of weight, you know.
Yeah,
So
I'm not
it's
heavy enough for it. I mean, I don't want to be, but yeah, I'd rather go without that.
yeah. So it's
Yeah, I think you have to be 100 pounds or more overweight, and thank God I'm not in that category. But you know, yeah, for some people that have, it really works, and for some people, they just, do the healthy lifestyle long enough to get the surgery, and then they go back where they were after a while, and that's sad. But I mean, if I'm going to get cut open, I want to have an improvement that lasts.
Oh yeah,
So,
and there could be complications. So Johnny is right. When you want to choose the best that you could find to do this kind of thing. People die from this. I mean, they do. There's all kinds of complications. It's serious.
Yeah, you can have allergies to things you had no idea of because you didn't have contact with it before.
Yep. So we could have him on, and he's been a friend of mine for many years. And, now that I'm back in California, it's going to be so easy to get some great people because I have found that when you're face-to-face with the people and you talk to them face-to-face, they're more inclined to say, yes, sure, rather than just cold calling them and asking. Then they're always, it's just as different. I don't know why, but it just is different. So we're going to have a lot of great
and by the way, and just
coming.
not to jump in, but I edited the show info just now because we're 10 minutes in to be upsetting. Okay.
So we're doing that.
Yeah. I just edited it to make it more accurate than what we were doing. Okay. I think that that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's that's why I like the idea of the extreme makeover people. It's like they don't just give you the good; they give you fabulous. And I bet, like, if your doctor is in Beverly Hills, okay, then that's a very expensive town to be living in. So I'll bet that he has access to the technology. Technology, because he's, well, it's like if you're rich and you want no offense, but there's a lot of rich people in Beverly Hills. And if you want to get hold of really good technology, I imagine a dentist in Beverly Hills would have access to it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and word of mouth and everything. Yeah, I mean, not to do a pun here with the dentistry, but word of mouth is everything. Reputation is everything, and things like that. And they won't last long out there if they're not good.
No.
And
that rent is high. Yes, they won't last. Just takes one wrong procedure going wrong, and the word gets out.
Oh yeah.
But he's been around for a long time. Plus, I mean, if people are really interested in these types of shows to talk to people like that, I know a lot of plastic surgeons and doctors, and we could get more of them on.
That would be good. Yeah, I mean, where I'm at, there are places around, but they see a lot fewer people because the demand isn't so high, because the population isn't so big. So, I would rather, if I was going to have something done, I would rather go to somebody that has the experience, and probably Chicago or New York would be the closest that would really have that, but it wouldn't be like Beverly Hills and LA and places out there where that they have to perfect it.
Yeah, but it's going to be so expensive. And you know what? There are some really great doctors all throughout the United States. So, because you're going to be paying a lot more just because it's Beverly Hills.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, then
we could ask him about that stuff too. We can ask him about those kinds of things too, and just generally like how it is to work with all those people. But you know what? Having a great smile is so much a big part of feeling good about yourself. just to have a confident smile. People who are not happy with their smile, they tend to be introverted. They cover their mouth when they talk. They don't talk as much. It's so important to have a smile you're confident with. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true.
I mean, you can cover your body up a lot more than your smile, can't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Or you see people that won't smile with their teeth. They'll do it with a closed smile. And, that's fine, but, why not feel comfortable? Why not have a confident one?
Exactly. I just kind of get these perks because, I do trades a lot, trades with social media. Thank goodness for social media. Now everybody wants to trade. Okay, if you do a little advertising for me, then I'll fix your face for free,
Hey, that's cool.
Yeah. I thought, why not? When I was up in LA, why not? I called him. I said, can I swing by and you look at my chip? I swung by, and now I'm going to get my whole mouth area, my lips, my teeth whitened, the chip done, the other tooth done, and just to talk, a testimonial, whatever I want to say. No rules. Yeah,
cool.
Well, for my testimonial, I'm not going to say that. It's worth nothing.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so you know what? Work it. That's what I say. Work it.
Yeah, yeah. And I like the trade idea. I mean, that used to be how, in the colonial days and before, everything was done by trade. We didn't have the monetary system. And then even now, like massage therapists, they're giving massages all day long. They'll do a trade with each other so that they can actually get one themselves.
That's right. You know what else I got for free is my LASIK surgery, my eyes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, about 13 years ago I did that. I'm going to go back to him and say, could you touch me up? Because LASIK wears out, it wears off after 9 years.
Yeah. Does it hurt?
No, it's just a little irritating afterwards. It's all done. They set it up with a laser, and then afterwards you cover your eyes, and it's a little bit like feeling like a little bit of dust is in your eyes for a day or so, and that's it. That's it. No pain. Mhm. And then you can see you come out and you can see the leaves of the trees so clearly. It's just like such a miracle. I was so glad I did that.
That's cool.
And all he wanted was a headshot to put on his wall. That's it.
Really? That's cool. Yeah, I listened to LASIK, and I would have gotten it a few years back, but the cornea is not the right shape, or the retina, I forgot what, but it's the surface of the eye isn't uniform, so they couldn't guarantee a good result, so I didn't want them messing with it.
Yeah,
well, it's
you got to keep pushing back.
That's what the whole thing about the extreme makeovers is, that these people, they're very, very good at doing things a certain way. Like there was this one thing, a guy, apparently this lady was going in for a extreme makeover, but she was like petrified of needles. And then the doctor said, it's okay, I'll just put you under. She was like, okay.
Like,
what?
Okay. I was just going to say that you need to keep checking back about it, Kelly, because their technology changes daily. And now, because I had that astigmatism too, where it wasn't the same shape, and they now can do that.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Yeah. I'll check into that. Thank you. I didn't realize, and around here, they're not going to have done that many. So, but out there, they're going to have more people to work with.
Mhm.
But
yeah,
I have
maybe you can come. Hey, when we do our photo shoot, you can maybe get a consultation out here.
That would be fun. I'd like that.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping to, trim down and firm up and do all that fun stuff. But, at least it's not going to be bathing suit season out there.
I know, that's good.
Yeah, but,
Well, we probably don't want to wear our bathing suits for our picture anyway.
Yeah, that's not really what the show's entirely about.
Right, not entirely, but us being females, we do draw a male audience. I must say we do, Kelly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you look great in your swimming suit anyway.
Thank you. Plus, there's
the hot blonde and the hot red hat.
Definitely. I saw a picture of you in your swimming suit. You look hot, Kelly.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You do. So pretty. Your face is so pretty.
How tall are you? Because I'm only 5'2.5".
I'm 5'6".
I'll be the short one.
You know what? We should do a lot of different poses. We can sit on some driftwood. We can sit on the beach. We're not just all going to just be standing. We're going to be probably placed in a lot of different poses that suit everybody. And because I remember my mother did a shoot with her sister and two brothers, and they laid them all out in different poses because my mom's like 5'2" and her sister's like 5'8.5". It turned out so great. Yeah, they position everybody so perfectly to make them feel comfortable and look their best with everybody else,
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I didn't want to be like, well, and then there's Kelly.
No.
Aw, Kelly, come on. Come on,
Kelly.
Kelly,
but,
come
yeah.
on.
Kelly.
And then there's
My
Kelly.
dad
What are you
always
talking about?
You know what? My dad always told me, because I was always like 5'1", 5'2", all the way through high school, and pretty much smaller than most, and then I grew later, but he always used to tell me, Barbara, men love petite women.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys like to be taller than ladies, and some guys, are taller than others, so I guess that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, there's a type for everybody. And who's to say being taller is better than being smaller? It's not better. It's not anything like that. It's you.
You're both 10. You're both 10.
Complete packages.
Aww,
Complete package, Kelly.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you hear me? Did you hear me?
We're 10.
You're both 10s.
Thank you.
Thank you. And you're
really,
guy
it's
that
like
gets to be in the middle of us. Yeah. We were thinking, just kind of like tossing out ideas for like a photo shoot. And he said that, remember Jonathan, you saying that you were thinking about like one of them you should be a waiter?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's how I feel when
Why
I'm on the show. It's like, are you okay? Do you need any help? Or is that, But the reason I like that is because almost every other photo shoot when there's one guy and there's two hot women, the first thing they do is they put the guy in the middle, and then these women are fawning all over him. And I don't want to have a photo shoot like that. I mean, it would be great just to have one where, it's like, it's like I'm sort of waiting on you guys.
Aww.
Oh, that's a cute idea.
Yeah.
Something a little more unique because it doesn't.
Yeah. I've always thought of you as being kind of the Wizard of Oz, like the man behind the curtain, that makes the magic happen.
We could do something like that. We could do role playing. Do you want to feed us grapes?
Want to see what?
Feed us grapes while we lay on the beach, or like give us
Yes,
a silver
I would
platter.
love that. Yes.
That's
that
cute.
would be fun.
Great.
Yeah,
we
that
should
would
have
be
people
fun.
write in. Have people write in, listeners, write in some ideas of what you would like to see.
That would be cool. Yeah. That would be
and
really
if we
fun.
do your idea, you get to have like something free by us. What do you think?
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay.
I like
We
it.
could do a raffle. We could do so much.
Yeah. Yeah, we could, do T-shirts or coffee mugs or, free shopper day or whatever.
Just so you know,
Autographed pictures.
Custom Ink will make notebooks. They will make mugs. These are the same people that made the T-shirt for Kelly. But it's like, in my opinion.
Oh, that'd be cool. We could even do like
mugs, and then from the final photo that we choose, we'll make our mugs and T-shirts, and then they can have a free T-shirt or a mug.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Okay.
Yeah. And,
good idea. I like these days. I like these days that we just kind of beat around our ideas, and we always get such great ideas like this when we talk.
We do. I like that. I like that a lot.
Just so you know, I should let you know, we were going to do something else today, as you know. But just so you know, I'm not making this up. We originally had another day scheduled to do just this tomorrow. Tomorrow is another day where we interview each other. Do you want to do that tomorrow, or do you want to just? Do you still want to do a day where we talk tomorrow, or do you want to do that another day?
Or
what
else do you have?
Do that.
Yeah, I would.
Huh?
I mean, do you have anything to replace that with? I think that we should stick
Not
with
really,
it.
no.
Unless you have something else. Okay. Then we should do
Let's
it.
do another day where we talk tomorrow. Let's do another day where we talk to each other tomorrow.
This is not talk. We have to tell. We have to tell the listeners. It's just not talk. It's like we are actually going to interview each other about certain segments in our life, like a few year segments. So it's not like just talking. We have subject matter.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's the one that you were going to organize. Yeah, tomorrow's the one that you were going to organize, right, Barbara? The one that we were going to organize interviewing.
Yes, we're going to hand each other some questions, and then we're going to take turns being interviewed.
So that's how we're going to do it tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Kelly likes that idea.
I do. Yeah. Yeah. For mine, it'll be my Spain trip. And I'm not sure what you guys were doing, but I'll be making questions that pertain.
And what trip was this, Kelly?
I went to Spain and Morocco and Gibraltar, and I traveled there by myself to and from at the age of 18, right out of high school, before I went to college. And it was a huge, independent experience. And then I stayed with my aunt and uncle, and I was there for a whole month. And I did not want to come home, but I was already enrolled in college at Western.
Oh, wow! That's what we talked about. We're going to do our first segments about after we graduated from high school and what we did right after that. And that's what I was going to have my segment about. And then Johnny's was going to be
the day that the creation of the show. It was going to be the time that the show was created, and then after that. That way, leading up to the time that what I was trying to do before Kelly came along, and how Kelly made a lot of great things happen, and then how you came along.
Okay.
That's cool. And Barbara's made a lot of great things happen.
I'm just going to talk about the first thing I did after high school, that job, and that should probably take up the time that is allotted for me.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know certain things about us, and we just want the listeners to get to know us a little better.
Yeah, exactly. Because, we want to have that personal connection with people.
Yeah, we do. We're warm and inviting, and we want to exude that out there to the public.
Exactly. Yeah. Because we are building a community. It's not just a show.
Right, and we never know who that's going to touch by something we say and that we've done before, who can identify with something that we've done and that could draw them in and that could help them, that could change their lives.
Yeah, absolutely. I've already heard a lot of feedback where it has, and that really touches my heart. That really,
What feedback have you heard, by the way?
I've heard how people are just, they adore Barbara. They adore that, this is, yes, they adore that you are so open on the show and that they really feel like you're a friend. And
I didn't know that.
Really,
thank you, Kelly.
You're welcome. And, there are people that, we're changing lives with the guests that we have on. And then I've got a lot of positive feedback about chakra days and explaining what's going on with those and with the guided meditation. People that have never meditated in their life, they're tuning in and it's changing them in positive ways. And that's exciting to me.
So exciting because you know what? I was talking to somebody about fear today and how much fear can freeze you up and stop you from manifesting what you want to manifest. And I told them, they wanted my advice of what do they do? How could they stop this fear and these bad dreams they've been experiencing? And I said meditation, because fear is negative, and the way that we get rid of that is by meditating and getting everything out of our minds that is negative. And fear is a big thing. And you have to do it every day because we're only human, and fear and negativity is going to come creeping back in. So I said, do it every single day, and that's just like cleansing your mind, and like we cleanse our bodies, and like we work out our bodies, and we put good things in our bodies. What about our mind? We need to keep cleansing that as well, and putting good things back into our mind, just as important as our physical body.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it's so important.
I thought that was good advice. We hope that they take that advice, right?
Yeah, we can't, obviously we can't force people, but it's like, if you look at your car, if you look at yourself like a car, a vehicle, the outer body of the car is like your physical self, and, the engine and all the fluids, you got to keep them topped off, otherwise, something bad's going to happen, like you're going to overheat your engine or, something like that. You have to put in the right gas, or if it's electric, plug it in, things like that. But, we focus so much on our physical that we sometimes ignore the inside, what makes us who we are. And, when we leave our body, it's like a person who is leaving their vehicle. They're walking out of their car and going somewhere else. Well, what if the person, which is representing our soul, is all battered and beat up because they didn't take care of themselves? The car isn't going to define them, and it's not going to make them feel better. So, yes, it's like a mind, body, soul connection. You got to work on all of it and not neglect any of it.
Right. You let your car go, things are going to happen. You got to maintain. You let your mind go, you might end up having a little mini breakdown, or you're spiraling down into a depressed state, and you're like, well, what's wrong? Well, you haven't kept your mind up. It's called keeping your mind up. I just came up with that. Keep your mind up.
I like that. Yeah. Yeah, I like that too. And it's so true. Because, we've talked about manifesting, and it's very real. And, you've learned how to manifest. I'm doing it. I'm sure Johnny's doing it. Some of our listeners are doing it. And when we focus on, like, fear and negativity, that's what we end up, without wanting to, we end up embracing it. And it runs us.
It does run us.
And I ran on fear for way too many years. And I've learned to let that go. I figure, I trust I'm going to land on my feet. And I do. And
yes, you do.
Yeah. But if I didn't trust, I would never do anything to, get in a better place, because I was too afraid to go forward, because I was afraid I was going to fail.
Yes, and people have manifested without even knowing what they're doing, and they've realized, hey, I've always been positive, and I've always dreamt of, being a musician, and I became one. But then they look back and they think, well, that's all I ever thought about when I was growing up. I imagined it, I thought about it, I dreamt of it, and it happened. And they didn't even know that was called manifestation. That's cool when you find out, wow, that really does work. I didn't even know what it was called. That's cool, too. I've realized that several times with, like, my dreams of when I was a kid, dreaming of being a dancer and dreaming every time a song came on, I would dream of dancing to that song. And then I became a dancer. So, because children, they don't know, I'm manifesting. They may have never heard of that before. So like even touching that, just touching on that manifestation all the time. It's just such a miracle, isn't it?
It is. And what's really magical is, a child doesn't have, like, a bunch of barriers and fears that they put in front of it. They say, I want to be a doctor. I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a dancer. I want to, and they don't look at it like, well, what if this happens? Well, what if that happens? That kind of comes along later as we grow older. But what if we didn't limit ourselves?
Exactly, like a child. And we can even say that to people. Think like you used to when you were a child. You didn't fear. You had no fear, just like what you were saying, Kelly. And we should have more children on. Let's start with Priscilla, my daughter. And you know what? It took a while for her to come around. She didn't want to, because they do have shyness. That's one thing that children do have. So I don't know, out of the blue, she just said, Mom, can I still do the show? And I said, sure. Yeah, out of the blue, you guys. She came around like that.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Because I'm always doing the show in front of her and tuning in and calling in and doing the show. So she kind of got like, wow, this is comfortable. This isn't scary. And I think just me doing this in front of her so often really has helped.
Oh, that's great. Wow. And
nothing wrong with the child coming on the show. Nothing wrong with it at all. So, of course, I'm allowing it because there's nothing wrong with it.
That's cool. That's going to be great. It's going to be good for her, and it's going to be good for us. And even though I haven't met her, I've picked up on such beautiful energy through you.
Thank you.
On her.
Wow, thanks.
Yeah, she is one amazing kid, and she has a lot of great things ahead for her.
I really appreciate that. And just moving here, she's met a whole new group of people, and a lot of them have said the same thing. And that makes me feel good. That does make me feel like I'm on the right track.
And she's going to have something to talk about. She's going to have something to talk about. She's going to have, like, a show. We'll give her a conversation piece. She'll have, she'll be able to say, like, oh, well, I was on my show.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, not every kid can say they've been on a show, a worldwide show.
I'm sure if you had, if you were a kid and someone told you that how would you feel if you were, say, Priscilla's age, Kelly. And then someone said, I started to know the answer to this. And someone sitting next to you says, yeah, we were on a show last night and we have psychics on all the time. I mean, what would you have said to that kid?
I would have been
like, people are like, oh, they would be like, oh, well, what's that all about? Like that's something bad, but we all know it's not.
Yeah, yeah. And we have other
That's not
things
what Kelly
on
would have
too.
done, though.
Oh.
I would
But
have
what would
been
you have
like,
done?
I would have wondered if it was real.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, because, you know, sometimes, you know, well, you don't expect somebody from, like, the Midwest to have a show or their parents to have a show or, you know, so it's like if I heard that, I'd be like, you know, I'd want to talk to their parent about it to learn more about it to see if they were being truthful.
Well, of
and
course,
then out
of
of curiosity.
You're going to have a lot of questions because it's your child, and you're going to want to make sure that it's safe and it's good and it's not going to be harmful. And then what you do, like I have, then you go for it. You expose them to it, and then you don't force them, obviously. But like I didn't force her at all. And she just came to me yesterday or 2 days ago and said, Mom, can I still do the show?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I'm so happy, too, because I think it's going to be good for her. Whatever she wants to talk about, and I'm not really even sure, it's just going to be good. It's not the chakra. It's a psychic medium. So it should be really interesting.
Yeah.
She can
that
either talk about psychic stuff or she can talk about medium stuff. So.
Well, I think that it has to do with her having this sleep. I forgot what she called it. I don't know if you remember, but she had sleep paralysis. She had sleep paralysis.
Oh, yeah.
And that's something to do with something spiritual. Remember, the psychic said, oh, yeah, that has to do with something super paranormal.
Astral travel?
Yeah. Oh, she was traveling, and that's what the lady said. She was traveling.
Yeah.
I had no idea that sleep paralysis had to do with paranormal.
Yeah, it's interesting how things can be interrelated. And, you know, it's like I was talking to Tom, and it was like the more we learn, the more we find out we don't know. And I was talking to my friend Brian about that too, you know, that I don't think that we can possibly know everything, but it is very intriguing that, you know, it's like we think, oh, wow, look at this discovery, and we make connections. And then it's like, but then there's all these other questions that it reveals, and then there's more to investigate. And it's exciting.
It really is endless, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. And, you know, the only one that I know of, you know, that I believe in that knows everything is God. And people might call him Source, the universe, you know, whatever they want to, you know, call it. But I think it's the same thing. But, you know, it's like the universal, like, thing that all of our souls are attached to, you know, and that's our going home place. And, you know, it's, you know, I feel like, you know, to me, after we pass on, then we learn everything. So, but while we're here, it's this great big learning opportunity that's extremely exciting.
It's very exciting, and it's so interesting to also see this from a child's mind and point of view and how they interpret everything. It's going to be pretty exciting. I'm very excited about it. And what date is that you have Priscilla again, Johnny?
Priscilla is due to be on the Priscilla is due to be on the 27th of June.
Oh, nice.
Great. Yeah.
That'll be fun.
And Alexandra Lames is going to be on the 25th.
Okay.
Oh,
so, and if you want, I can, you know, I can put in maybe Victoria on the 28th if you want to. I mean, being that we have Kelly here, we can ask her if the 28th is okay. Are you okay with the 28th for Chakra Day?
Okay, the 28th is Friday. What was the other one that we had locked in for Chakra? Okay, 28th, but we were also talking about having one on a different day. What was that? The 27th?
Yes, the 27th is Vanessa Orr, and I already ran that past you. You said that was fine. Alexander Lamas is going to be on the 25th, but what I'm saying is if you like, we can put in the Victoria Lamas on for Chakra Day on the 28th, which will be the day after the Vanessa Orr show, and that way, you okay with that?
Oh, absolutely. I think that's a great idea.
Okay. Check in. Okay, now, now we just need for Barbara to check in with Victoria. What did you say your name was?
Victoria.
Victoria. Check in with Victoria about the 28th, and then when she gives the go ahead, I'll put it in for you. One of the things I loved when I first talked to Kelly about the show is that she talked about it like I had keys to a Ferrari. I mean, it was amazing, and it was like, see, that's different than the other people. Usually, it's sort of like
Barbara was excited.
What?
Barbara was excited too. Barbara was excited too, but most everybody else is like, "Oh, you have a show, Oh, yeah, I could be on it."
I mean, I think you did, Barbara, but I think it was. I mean, did you kind of react to it like I had keys to a Ferrari?
Yeah. Well, yes. I mean, I was a different person. I felt like elated. I felt like it's a fresh new beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
Your friend Robin says she's never seen you this focused.
Oh, really?
Wow.
That's good. She would know.
Yeah, Robin said that, and
20 years.
Wow.
But not only that,
great.
I mean, but another thing, you do remember what Kelly, you do remember what your dad said about you since you've been doing the show, right?
Yeah, who are you and what you do with my daughter? And it's so true. It's like I'm not that person anymore. I have the caring, but I don't have the fear and the worry and the, procrastination. I don't have those things anymore. And, if something isn't going right, I don't let it throw me. It's like, okay, well, I still have work. I still have a show to do. I still have this to do, and I'm good. And I'm perfectly fine being by myself. And in fact, a lot of times I relish that time because I really didn't have it before that much. And it's like given me a gift to be able to really expand on things and dive deeper within myself. And, I never really looked at alone time like a gift until I had it. And then it's like, oh, this is great. I like it.
I love that when that happened to you. I remember that so well when you realized, hey, I am happy as myself, and I'm happy. I'm not lonely, but I'm alone, and you enjoyed it. I love that moment when you told us that.
Oh, thank you. This is so freeing.
It really is.
Yeah. And I can choose to have people in my life, and I can choose not to. I don't have to have people in my life. It's, I'm not under any obligation, but there are people if I want to. It's really, I like it. I don't have to feel like I have to entertain somebody or be on or, if I'm having a day where I want to be alone, I don't have to feel guilty about it.
Right. Such freedom.
Yeah, it's like I'm the captain of my ship now.
That's awesome. And you got a new car, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I love my Lexus. It's like, it is so smooth. And it's, And I was driving a really old car before, and I was fine with it, but it decided to, go beyond repair. And, but it is so much nicer to be in a vehicle that still smells new and doesn't have any issues, and just, it's worry-free. I don't have to be like, well, I have to do this because this doesn't work right, like I did in the other vehicle. This is
right.
fine. I love it.
And it probably has a great sound system for your music.
Yeah. 8 speakers, baby.
Awesome.
Now, I have a question to ask both of you.
Yeah.
I know that this answer has been yes for Kelly, but this is recently. Have either of you had a dream about when you're doing the show?
Yep.
Have a what when we were doing the show? I missed that.
A dream about doing the show. A dream.
Oh,
like you're dreaming about.
No, I haven't.
Kelly has. Tell us what happened.
Oh.
Well, I had a dream that we all got together in person, and we ended up going to different venues and with people, like a live audience, and we would pick audience members or whatever to come up, and it was just a wonderfully warm and inviting, and it felt like a family type experience, like the real meaning behind community and learning from each other. And that's what I was envisioning in that dream. And there'd be large monitors, and it could be broadcast, worldwide.
Wow.
Well, what's funny is I'm going to tell you two a story about something that happened with my ex-girlfriend, and something tells me that when we meet, something similar is going to happen. You see, I met my ex-girlfriend, not this past ex-girlfriend, but her name was Diane. She had major OCD, and what would happen is we met on a chat line, and what would happen is that every time she would go on the chat line, she would have problems. She kept getting kicked off the chat line, and she kept messaging me back, saying, "Are you there? Are you here?" And she would never spell out the word R and U. It was always the letter R, the letter U, and then here, And it was always something to where, we'd be chatting, and then all of a sudden, boom, you get another message. "Are you there?" Boom. "Are you there?" And "Are you here?" And so I told her when I was going to meet her that I wanted to do, because sometimes when you meet someone off the internet, especially if it's in a big crowd, you wonder, okay, is this the person? Is that the person? Is this the person? Is that the person? And
yeah.
You wanted to not, so you didn't want it to be awkward, because, I didn't want it to be like Johnny, Diane. So I said, when you go to the airplane, you're going to know it's me immediately. You're going to know it's me. So what I did was I had my mom make up a sign that says, "Are you here?" And I'm sitting I'm waiting for her to get off the airplane, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't know which one's Diane, but as soon as she sees the sign, she's gonna know. Well, what happens is that she gets off the airplane, she sees the sign, and I see this woman that looks like Diane, but as soon as I can tell it's Diane, the moment she doubles over laughing, she goes, "Oh God." But in a way, it's kind of romantic in a way, because what it does is it makes me look a little stupid standing there holding a sign. But two, it's set up in such a way so that only she would notice it. Now, another thing is, everybody could do it. I'm sure like Barbara, I'm not going to mention the person that you would be romantically involved with, but I'm sure if you got up in an airplane, there might be a sign this guy might hold up that would only you would know in an airport. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he would have a sign. I'm sure you could come up with what sign that he would. I'm sure you could think of what the sign would say. I'm not going to ask you to say what the sign would say, but if he was to hold up, he could hold up a sign in an airport that only you would know and nobody else would know in the airport. Am I right?
Like a code word or something like that.
Well, something that only.
Nickname.
What?
A welcome to your nickname, where if you feel
or something. Yeah, like, are you there? Do you? I mean, I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about, Kelly. Like, I mean, if I saw Kelly get off of an airplane, there'd be, huh? What?
Yeah, you'd probably have something that said "kitten in a box."
Well, that's true. Yeah. That's true. That's probably what I would say. But it's sort of like with your picture up on the door. But I came up with that line, and I told people this idea, and they say, you know what? I love the idea of the sign. I love the idea of it because I have so many. I could, they all tell me. They say I know what kind of sign you would want to hold up. I mean, I'm sure you would want to hold up something. And every couple has something that they only associate to them.
That's true.
Yeah.
But anyway, we have about 3 minutes left. So I thank you for coming on and helping me out. Usually when there's nothing more embarrassing than when the person doesn't show. That's quite embarrassing. And you're always very good at fixing a bad situation and turning it into a really great one. So
thank you.
Well, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and.
Right.
Okay.
Right, well,
how soon are you going to hear back from Victoria about the Chakra Day?
Well, first of all, I just wanted to say it's that person's loss that they didn't get the chakra healing by Kelly. That's for sure.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah, and about Victoria, I will text her, and then hopefully she'll get back to me with her work schedule, and then we'll just go from there, ASAP.
Okay.
Very cool. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, thank you very much. You too. Everybody have a great day, okay?
Bye,
Yeah,
everybody.
thank you.